Aloha, everyone, and welcome to Key to the Treasure. This is about the quote of the day. I am Neil Molokai Mystic with my sidekick over here.
I'm Nick with my angels.
And what is the quote of the day?
Let's see.
There is a difference between experiencing the divine and a divine experience. Yeah, that is a true statement. And this comes from a deep chapter. Hello, Janet. This actually comes from the sharing of my near death experience in the book Answering the Call Accidentally on Purpose. And this quote is, it's not my quote. This quote is actually a channeled message. Um, and it comes from the chapter called Dying for the Truth. Hello, Brandy. So there's a difference between experiencing the divine and a divine experience. Um, what drew you to this particular quote today? Hello, Carrie. Are you muted by any chance?
I was. I was.
Ah, I see.
What drew me to this quote is I was scrolling, and this quote in the book was centered and in bold in the book. And as I was scrolling, like it, it caught my attention, although I've read the book many times, and it made me think and I wanted you to elaborate on it more because experiencing the divine is something amazing. It's like living, for me, it's something you live by every day. But having a divine experience, it's it can be like it can be an experience. You have it. This is how I see it. You have an experience and you can realize in the moment that you had a divine intervention, and then you might forget about it after. So I wasn't sure about how I would interpret this, and I wanted you to elaborate on it more so that I have a deeper understanding.
Ah, so okay. So try bring it up again.
Yeah.
So again, guys, these particular words are not my words. These words were channeled. At the beginning of each one of my chapters, it begins with a channeled message, and then I know where I'm going with what story and so on and so forth. Um, and there is a difference between experiencing the divine and a divine experience. And when I was channeling this particular message, that's all that came through. Most of the chapters have like a whole paragraph of a channeled message, and this one stopped dead sentence. I mean, well, right at the end of this sentence, and I'm sitting there with my hands on the keyboard, waiting for something else to come through, and that was it, done deal. And so I had to actually, after feeling that completeness, I had to sit with it for a minute. And being that the chapter is dying for the truth, and this is what the channeled message was, what I what I gained in clarity behind this sentence was what I experienced through my near death experience was experiencing the divine up close, impersonal, you know. But we all, every day, every moment, every breath we take, if we are taking these experiences of life happening for us, we are having divine experiences. So it is not only in those major miracle moments that are so clear that it was a divine experience, But in every breath we take, it is a divine experience. Um, and the reason why that sentence is so precise in there is a difference between experiencing the divine, where this soul of mine left the vessel and went to the other side. That was me personally experiencing the divine. Whereas a divine experience is something that when we allow ourselves to be open in appreciation, understanding where all source of energy, love, and light come from, we allow ourselves to have divine experiences.
That's I get it now. I get it. Yeah, it's okay. So having the like experiencing the divine is it's normally what you experience after you transition.
Yes, and a
Having a
big
divine experience is in your daily life. Every moment of your life, you can. I see.
can have that divine experience.
Perfect.
But I also share in this particular chapter that you don't have to be a heaven reject like me to experience the divine, because you all have the divine in you. And so if you follow the steps that are in this chapter, I lead you through some exercises on how you are able to experience the divine through that awakening, through that allowing yourself to see, feel, become aware of the infinite more that is a part of you. And so there is exercises in this in the journaling process and what I lead you through on a day-to-day exercise that really allows you to step into that divine so that you can experience the divine without having to have a near-death experience like me.
That's perfect. I think that in the meditation state, in the prayer, we can experience the divine. Is that what you're saying too?
You do experience the divine, but not in the fullness of that infinite more that is. Um, you can take yourself into a prayer filled meditation, and then you expand on what your truth is. And I mean, there's some steps in there, but you expand on what your truth is, and then you allow your higher self to let you see the fullness of it. And then you get to greet your own truth in all of its divineness.
I have a question for you in this regard. Like, there is something I say sometime, and I would like your input on that. Like, if I find myself in nature, for example, sometimes, especially if I'm alone in a quiet place in nature, I look around and I see the beauty around me, and I do say, I feel that I am experiencing God, like I feel in the presence of God.
Because you are experiencing that divine energy around you. Okay, you
So,
are you are experiencing a divine experience because you are allowing yourself to be in that moment filled with the appreciation of where those blessings are coming from. But when I say experiencing the divine, okay, then you are in not only um, you're not only exposed to the experience, you become the experience.
okay, I see.
And it's really hard to elaborate logically on because there are no full words to be able to give you that full experience without you experiencing it in its fullness. Okay. But when we go through our day and we are in the energy of nature and we're just in awe and wonder of the magnificence of what is, because it is divine, you are allowing yourself to have that divine experience. But when you allow yourself to go in so deep that you cannot help but to go up, your whole self lifts up energetically, and you are filled with the energy of all that is, and you greet your soul in your fullness, and then in that fullness you expand it and you become one with all. See, there's that becoming part, that once you connect with the fullness of all of you, then you become connected to the fullness of all that is. And that is when you really allow yourself to experience the divine, because you become, in essence, part of all that is.
Thank you. So here's the quote one last time.
There is a difference between experiencing the divine and a divine experience. So I know it can be a little bit confusing on how I'm saying it, but it's so immense, it's so intense, and it's so infinite. It really does take experiencing it to understand fully. So that is your key to the treasure, you guys. Just a little snippet of the key to the treasure. And I hope you dig deeper. I hope you are able to go inward and upward and expand and experience the divine. So it is a big thank you from me to Nikki, and it is aloha from me.
And good night from me.
And enjoy your divine experiences. Night,
Thank
everybody.